Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Baby Driver. Baby Driver is a 2017 film written and directed by Edgar Wright, starring Ansel Elgort, Kevin Spacey, Lily James, Eiza González, Jon Hamm, Jamie Foxx and Jon Bernthal. The film follows Baby, a young getaway driver who is reluctantly coerced to work for a veteran kingpin in exchange for the start of a better life. The film had its world premiere at South by Southwest on March 11, 2017, and is scheduled to be released theatrically on June 28, 2017, by TriStar Pictures. Premise: a young, untalented getaway driver named Baby relies on the personal beat of his preferred soundtrack to be the best in the world of crime, as music heightens his focus and reflexes to extreme levels. When he meets the girl of his dreams, Baby sees a chance to ditch his criminal life and make a clean getaway. But after being coerced into working for a mysterious criminal, he must face the music when an ill-fated heist threatens his life, love and chance of freedom. Cast: Ansel Elgort as Baby, a young man with a love for music who works as the getaway driver for a rotating crew of bank robbers. Hudson Meek as young Baby, Lily James as Deborah, a waitress and Baby's love interest, Kevin Spacey as Doc, the mysterious kingpin of the ragtag crew of bank robbers and a veteran criminal mastermind. Jon Hamm as Buddy, the handsome party animal and one of the villains, part of the bank robbers gang and a former Wall Street trader. Jamie Foxx as Bats, the impulsive gun-slinging cohort of the bank-robbing crew. Jon Bernthal as Griff, one of the bank robbers. Eiza González as Darling, one of the bank robbers, Buddy's lawless and scandalous girlfriend and partner in crime. Flea as Eddie No-Nose, one of the bank robbers. Sky Ferreira as Baby's mom and the musical angel of his guard. Development: Edgar Wright has stated that he first had the idea for the film in 1994. However, he adapted the film's original planned beginning into a 2003 music video he directed for Mint Royaley's Blue Song, which starred Noel Fielding as a music-loving getaway driver for a group of bank robbers. He later kicked himself when the video became unexpectedly popular. Production: on July 22, 2014, it was announced that Edgar Wright, who left the project Ant-Man, would next direct Baby Driver for working title films. Tim Bevan, Eric Fellner, and Nira Park would produce the film. On January 13, 2015, it was reported that Ansel Elgort was in early talks to join the film, which Sony Pictures Entertainment would release through TriStar Pictures. Emma Stone and Michael Douglas were also being eyed to be cast in the film. On May 7, 2015, Lily James was in talks to join the film for female lead to play a waitress and love interest of Elgort's character. Media Rights Capital and TriStar would be co-financing the film together, which Park would produce through her Big Talk Productions and writing the script. On September 8, 2015, Jamie Foxx was reportedly in talks to join the film. On October 20, 2015, Jon Hamm signed on to star in the film to play one of the villains, part of the bank robbers gang, and a former Wall Street trader. On November 3, 2015, Kevin Spacey was cast in the film to play the role of the boss of the crew and a veteran criminal. On December 16, 2015, Eiza González joined the film to play one of the bank robbers and Hamm's character's girlfriend. On February 23, 2016, Jon Bernthal was cast as Griff, On January 8, 2017, Wright posted via Twitter that Streep is in my new movie, deleting the tweet shortly afterward, leading some to speculate that Meryl Streep would appear in Baby Driver. Principal photography on the film began on February 17 and concluded on May 13, 2016, in Atlanta. Soundtrack: Jon Spencer Blues Explosion, Bell Bottoms Bob and Earl, Harlem Shuffle Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, Egyptian Reggae Googie Rene, Smokey Joe's Lila The Beach Boys, Let's Go Away, For a While Carla Thomas Baby Kashmir Stage Band, Kashmir Dave Brubeck, Unsquare Dance The Damned, Neat Commodores, Easy T Rex, Deborah Beck, Deborah Incredible Bongo Band, Bongolia The Detroit Emeralds, Baby Let Me Take You Alexis Corner, Early in the Morning David McCallum, The Edge Martha and the Vanderlass, Nowhere to Run The Button Down Brass, Tequila Sam and Dave When Something Is Wrong with My Baby Brenda Holloway, Every Little Bit Hurts Blur, Intermission Focus, Hocus Pocus Golden Earring, Radar Love Barry White, Never Gonna Give Ya Up Young MC, Know How Queen, Brighton Rock Sky Ferreira, Easy Simon and Garfunkel, Baby Driver Kid Koala, Was He Slow Danger Mouse featuring Run Me, Jules and Big Boy, Chase Me. Critical response. On review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 100% based on 23 reviews, and an average rating of 8.5 on Metacritic, which assigns a normalized rating. The film has a score of 81 out of 100, based on 10 critics, indicating universal acclaim. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.